This talk is about leadership. Before going to the discussion on leadership, I want to tell you a small story. There is an ancient story about the mother who asked her teacher, "Is life tough?" The teacher said, "Yes, it is. But if you do the right thing, the end is better than the beginning." The mother looked at her children and thought to herself, nothing could be better than seeing these kids grow up to be good adults with the right values. Night came and the children were afraid. Mother pulled them closer. The children said, "Mother, so long you are here with us, we are not afraid of anything." The mother thought nothing could be better than seeing my kids grow up to be courageous. The next day, all of them were climbing up a hill. The mother encouraged her children, saying, "With a little more effort and patience, you will be up there." They all reached the top, and the children said, "Mother, we could not have done this without you." That night, the mother looked at the stars and said, "Nothing could be better than this day because my children have learned determination with which to face obstacles in life." The next day, there was a storm. The mother told her children, "Look beyond the clouds and see the bright sunshine." The children looked up and saw beyond the darkness. That night, mother got down on her knees and prayed, "Nothing could be better than this day because I have given my children the ability to see beyond darkness." Years went by. The mother became old and weary as her children became tall and strong. Their character and courage shone through as they supported their mother when the path was tough and she needed help. At last, the day came when the mother had to leave the world. She said, "I have reached the end of my journey, and now I realize that the end is better than the beginning because my children can walk alone and then their children after them." The children said, "You will always walk with us, mother, even when you are gone." As they saw their mother leave the world, they said to one another, "A mother like ours, even in passing away, is not a memory but a presence. She may be invisible, but she is always by our side." That is leadership. It is leaving a legacy that prepares others to carry on with courage, determination, and the ability to see the larger picture. True leadership is the ability to be a catalyst for change, to inspire and persuade people to follow the righteous path. A leader puts ideas into people's mind and inspires them into action. Empowering one's followers rather than controlling them is the hallmark of true leadership. Leadership is not about making emotional speeches and leading demonstrations. Leadership involves trust, and only those inspired trust who have the ability to subordinate their ego to the greater good. Mahatma Gandhi had no guns or money, but he had the power to move hundreds of millions of people. He had their trust and they walked behind him. There is no such thing as a neutral leader. Leaders are either good or bad, effective or ineffective. Good leaders guide and lead, but bad leaders misguide and mislead. The study of leadership is bifocal. One part of the picture is found in the leader and the personality traits, and the other part is in the social group. Leadership is found in the group demand for direction in crisis. Together, personality and group write the story of leadership. Group demands may vary according to temperament and economic and social condition of the people. The essential traits of a good leader's personality do not vary so much. There is a Panchatantra story. In south of India, there was a city called Mahilaruppam. Not far from the city, there stood a big tree. All kinds of birds ate its fruits and made their nest. On the branches of the tree, there lived a crow. His name was Laghupatana. One day, he was flying towards the city in search of food. His eyes fell upon a black hunter creeping towards the tree. When Laghupatana saw this, he was scared, thinking to himself, "Oh God, this wicked hunter is going to our tree. The birds who are living there will certainly suffer some harm." So the crow flew back to the tree and said, "Friends, there is a wicked hunter coming, and he has brought a net and rice grains with him. Don't touch the rice, treat it like poison." Meanwhile, the hunter had reached the tree. He spread out his net, scattered the rice on the ground underneath, and hid himself nearby. As the birds had been warned in advance by Laghupatana, they did not touch the rice and avoided being caught in the hunter's net. One Chitragir, the king of the dogs, happened to be flying in the neighborhood at that period of time. He and his retinue were looking for food. They came to this tree and saw the ripe grains of rice. Laghupatana warned them in the same way not to touch it, but they took no notice of him, and the Chitragir and his entire court were caught in the net. This is what happens when fate is hostile and it is nobody's fault. When disaster is imminent, a man's mind is in turmoil, even his wits fail him. When the hunter saw that he had caught the doves, he was overjoyed and went up to the tree. Seeing him coming, Chitragir said to his retinue, "Don't be afraid. He who holds to his courage in the face of disaster will, with the help of his intelligence, ultimately surmount all his difficulties. And so let us all unite, lift the net together and fly off with it. Because it is said, small things united become strong. Even delicate threads of cotton woven together are very hard to break." The doves followed Chitragir's plan. When the hunter saw them flying away with his net, he ran up to them, saying to himself, "These doves have united and are flying away with my net, but should they quarrel on the way, they will all fall to the ground." When Chitragir saw the hunter disappearing out of sight, he said to the doves, "Friends, the wicked hunter is not following us anymore. So we can all fly to Mahilaruppam with our minds easy. Now I have a friend living there, a mouse by name Hiranyak. He will certainly bite through these masses and set us free." When calamity befalls a man, only a true friend will help him. Others offer only lip sympathy. The doves agreed to Chitragir's suggestion. When Chitragir reached the hole where Hiranyak was living, he called loudly, "Hey friends, Hiranyak, come out quickly, I am in distress." But the mouse did not come out. Instead, he asked from inside, "Who are you? What do you want from me? Tell me, what is the problem?" "My dear friend," replied the king of doves, "I am Chitragir, the king of doves. Please come out quickly, it is urgent." Recognizing his friend's voice, Hiranyak came out immediately, beaming with delight. But when he saw the king of doves and his retinue all caught in the net, he asked, "What is this?" Hiranyaka, why ask me? Replied the king of dogs. You know me well enough that it is my love of food that has got me into this state. No, my dear friend, said the mouse, it is the wheel of the fate. God of death stretches his hands in every direction and seizes both the wicked and the just. He makes no distinction. Hiranyak began to free the king of dogs, but the Chitradev stopped him and said, don't do that. Free my followers first and me afterwards. Good heavens, no, said the mouse impatiently. The master comes first and then the servant. My dear friend, replied Chitradev, do not talk like that. All these trapped dogs left their homes and families to follow me. The least I can do is to show them this much of consideration. It is said, when the king shows respect to his servants, they will never forsake him in time of distress. Besides, your teeth may break while you are biting my messes, or the hunter may arrive. In both cases, I shall be the only free and my followers will still be prisoners. When Hiranyak heard this, he was very happy and said, my friend, I do know the king's duties very well. I just wanted to test you, so I shall free your followers first. And for this noble action, they will always continue to respect you as their king. Then Hiranyak beat through all the meshes of the net and set the dogs free. A good leader commands the highest respect because he is trustworthy, dependable, and gives strength and courage to those around him. The success of a leader is determined not by how much wealth he accumulates, but how many hearts he continues to live in after he is gone. Leadership is a combination key. Leadership is a combination, not a key. The safe cannot be opened when a single number. You must have the right combination of numbers to be able to open it. A safe cannot open with a single number. You must have the right combination of numbers to be able to open it. Similarly, a leader must have the right balance and combination of vision, values, competence, courage, and character. One without the other will not work. I repeat, one without the other will not work. This is leadership. Thank you.